Hey there, soccer fans. What did I say like that? Like, hey there, soccer fans.
No, you sound so
Ugh,
conceited, bro. Like
ugh,
what? What? Like you think you're it?
ugh. Let me try again.
Disgusting.
Hey there, soccer fans. Episode 65 of Sacer Estupido. With your host, João. And
Louis, nice to meet you. My pleasure.
so, one of our LA teams are doing pretty well.
No,
Doing
no, no, no,
pretty
no.
well.
Two of our LA teams are doing really well, Joao.
Fine, fine,
Calm
fine.
down.
All
Calm
right,
down.
okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. You guys are way ahead. You're way ahead. You're way ahead. This is just beginning. Just beginning. NLCS. We got a whole series to go through before we get to the big stage, to the world stage, right? Tomorrow, Monday is game one for João. LA Dodgers versus the Braves. It's
How
gonna
do
be
you see
great.
that going? You say have you been kept, track of? It's been really weird for me as far as baseball goes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry before you go on because everything is got cut like even less than half, right? Like I felt like it just the whole MLB just started,
Yeah, it
and
was
now
like
we're in the playoffs,
yeah, it was
and I
like
and I
a
th- it
shrunken version
completely
of it,
like
right?
they made it to like a little person, very little person,
I'm gonna
and
yeah, go ahead.
well, and not only
I'll
that,
stop
but
interrupting you.
what
Okay, go.
it's best of five. Is it other way? Do you know about this? Like, it's just the best of five instead of best of seven. Did
Well,
you know that?
whoa.
Yeah, you only have to win
Not in the
three
World
games, and
Series,
you move on to the next one.
not in the World Series, right?
Well, I don't know about the World Series,
Yeah,
but
that's seven.
usually, uh,
No, and
seven.
NLCS and NL or the National Division League and the Champions League has always been best of five, and then World Series is seven. Am I crazy?
You crazy? It's always been best of seven. You know
You
what's the weirdest
sure?
thing is like
You
sometimes no
sure
the
about
first
that?
usually in the first round. Usually in the first round is best of five. Usually, but sometimes it
Yeah.
switch them to best of seven. But
Hmm.
this time around, it's best of five.
We need VAR.
Either way, yeah.
We need VAR.
We need another type of VAR because
I'm trying to think in history here. I feel like the
it's always been best of seven though that
really.
I remember. Yeah, baseball especially because
I feel like division series has been five. That's a five. I think even maybe the champions series
okay. Well,
was
let's move
five
forward
or
because this is gonna
seven.
drag.
No, I think we should talk about this for at least a half hour. At least
Yeah.
a half
Well,
hour.
you thinking
But
and being quiet doesn't
here's one
help.
thing to talk about. We had our a friend of the show, Gary, was on the
Haha.
podcast,
Hey,
and
Gary.
great guy, San Diego native, San Diego Patriots. But he was a little quiet during the last series when
You know
Dodgers swept the San Diego Padres in the National League Division series.
that
He was a little
is
quiet. I didn't
very
see any Facebook posts and nothing. What's going
that
on
is
with that? You
very
think he's okay? Should we check in on
well.
him?
Well, actually, me and my cousin, we have a text thread with them, and we usually make fun of each other because we all like different teams. Usually, like when my team, like he's all San Diego and Clippers, and so when
Yeah.
the Clippers got taken out by the Denver Nuggets, um, I didn't hear from him for like a couple of days, and I was like, "Is he
Yeah.
okay, Gary?"
Yeah.
I actually had to send an individual, like not in the group text, but just individually, like, "Hey, Gary, you okay, man?" And then like he'll text me back like a week later, say, "Yeah, man, I'm okay. I'm in I'm some sort of depression, and I hope it's like a sports
Oh
depression."
no. Yeah.
So the thing about Gary is that
Checking in on him.
well,
See
the thing
how
about
he's doing with his
Gary,
Padres.
well, the thing about Gary is that he has a big mouth, right? And he will like before even the season starts, he will say like, "Oh, the Padres are gonna
25.
win," or the Chargers are gonna win this whole Super Bowl thing, or whoever he rooted for, they're gonna win it that year, and that tends not to be the case. And so I make sure to remind him that, and so I'll be like, "Hey, Gary, what happened to your Padres, or what happened to your Chargers?" And he's just like, "Quiet, crickets, crickets." And so
Oh.
but that's the thing though, like the more you talk,
Uh-oh.
the dumber you look once your team loses, and that basically Gary. I'm sorry, Gary, I love you, but
So you shouldn't be so hard on other people if you know that your team might lose someday, right?
Right. I
Or,
mean,
or
dude,
you're saying if you can dish it, you should be able to take it.
right,
Yeah.
right. And also you have to be realistic,
Check
right?
in on them though.
Let me
I feel
text him right now.
bad.
Like, hey Gary, you okay? I haven't heard. So yeah, so the same thing with the Padres and the Dodgers. I mean, there was a lot of smack talking from his side. I'm not a baseball person, but I'm still on the thread of text, so
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
get to see all that stuff. And I'm like, I really don't care. But okay, dude, by default, I'm a Dodger fan because I'm
Uh-huh.
in LA, and and I've been to a few games, and so I'm
Yeah,
a Dodger
yeah.
fan, you could say.
You got to be.
So then of course I don't hear from him, and he's at the beginning of the series he's talking smack like, "What's up?" And he's like he uses all this profanity. I'm like, bro, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to
Yeah,
do that. But
yeah. You don't want to lay it on too thick because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Don't lay it on too thick. Don't lay it on. But if you want to know
especially,
who Gary is, check out episode 55 of the Soccer Podcast. You'll learn all about him and who he is and who we're
he can
talking
only
about.
brag about the San Diego Suckers, right? That's what they call the San Diego
I,
Suckers, who
I
won
think the
indoor
soccer.
soccer. I
Oh
feel like
man.
this is like a Napoleon Dynamite, thing where like, oh yeah, we
Oh
were great at something. I'm like, all right, dude.
yeah, it was something like 1970 something.
Yeah, like,
Right? Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, let's not spend too much time making fun
oh
of
Gary.
Gary. But we love you. We love you, bud. We love you. Just worried about
I
you.
hope you're
You've been
okay.
very
I hope you're
quiet,
okay, Gary.
and I wanted to
Stay
check in.
alive.
I wanted to check
Stay
in, but
alive.
I didn't do it. So here this is us checking in on over the pod.
We'll send you a couple of beers from those nasty beers
He only
from
drinks
Mexico.
San Diego IPAs, I think. Right, something like that. I don't know. I'm a little sad though. I mean, we got all this other sports action. We got the Lakers tonight. What's going on if they don't win? What happens?
Oh
If they
man,
win, what
it's
happens?
so
I
if the
should have asked. I should have asked it that way. If they win, what happens, Louis?
so if the Lakers win tonight, we will be champions for the 17th time, and that's amazing. And you know what, Joao? Actually, you know what? Before we move forward, I know you don't know much about tennis, right? Do you know anything about tennis?
I know a lot about tennis.
So what happened this morning, Joao? Just wondering.
Sabrina Williams, dude. Bam. Bam.
I should have moved my mouth,
Was that
away
right?
from my mic because it's gonna be super loud. But
Was that right? Was
Rafa,
that right?
no, you're wrong, bro. I'm sorry. So sorry.
Damn it! It's the only thing I know about tennis is Sabrina Williams.
Yeah, well, that tells me that you don't know what happened today. Today,
Trying to tell us.
today, big day, Joao.
Today's
Rafael
Sunday.
Nadal.
So then Sunday.
Sunday,
October
Sunday.
11th.
Rafael Nadal won his 20th Grand Slam major. You know that we know what that means? That's like you won 20 big trophies in the biggest light of sports in tennis.
Yeah.
So Rafael Nadal now has 20 majors, and he has tied Roger Federer, who's also amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, who are you talking about here?
That name I know.
Anyways.
That name I know.
So Roger Federer,
I watched a great movie with what the hell is that? Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, and it's a tennis movie. If you like tennis, you should watch it. I forgot what it's called, but it's about it's about that guy who you just said.
Roger Federer.
and who's the guy who curses, who was like cursing all the time, and he turned the whole.
You're talking about an older. No, you're talking about two different players. But I know you're talking about McEnroe. I think.
Yeah, McEnroe.
Yeah, McEnroe.
That's good.
Yeah, but this is back in the day, Joao.
Okay,
way back in the day.
I'm so sorry.
Talking about modern times, Roger Federer has been one of the best. He's the king of tennis, and the only player that was able to bring him down to earth was Rafael Nadal when he was younger. So they were both going back and forth, and even though Federer always had a lead because he's older, so he already had a couple of majors that he had won, so he was always ahead of Nadal.
Yeah.
And then this boy, amazing boy, Djokovic. Djokovic is another tennis player. He's number 3. So Djokovic is one of those kids that he learned from Federer and Nadal, and somehow he put it together, and he's amazing. So we have 3 elites tennis players nowadays, Joao.
Yeah.
First, we will say it was Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and then Djokovic. So Djokovic has 17 Grand Slams championships.
Yeah.
Now Nadal has 20 and Federer has 20. And who knows what's going to happen? They're already older.
That's right.
They're like the older generation, so we don't know how many more.
And by older,
Federer
it's like our age.
Not even, dude. It's like young. It's like 34. It's like I think Nadal is 34 years. Well, you're actually 37, right?
Hey! You don't know. I stopped counting at 35.
Anyhow,
I'm 35 from here on. 35 from here on.
So anyhow, so today was Nadal for whatever reason he's the best in clay.
Yeah.
So they play in France. So they call it a Roland Garros, something like that.
Sure. It sounds like you're pronouncing it right.
Dude. Anyway, so he's won 13 championship in France. Like every year, like not every year, but like he missed a few years with injuries.
Yeah.
But he's being king, and he has like completely like there's no one close to him when it comes to him playing in France in clay.
Yeah.
And so
and the Spanish guy beat him.
Yeah, Spanish guy won. And so again, Djokovic is no joke, man. But it was Nadal's day.
Is Djokovic Russian, Czechoslovakian?
No, he is Croatian.
Croatian?
Yeah, he's Croatian. So yeah, I mean, this kid. I mean, he's still young.
Is he the Rakitic of the tennis world?
Well, Rakitic. No, I would say that probably like no. He's
don't forget Rakitic won.
Messi will be Federer or what's it called? Or Ronaldo, and then you have Rafa could be Federer or Messi. So you have who is the third player there in the soccer world? Who you grade as the third best soccer player out there right now, Joao? Who do you think?
Jamie Vardy. Your face. Wait, you're saying Ronaldo, Messi's number one, and then Ronaldo, and then you're asking for who the third person is?
Third player, yeah.
I don't think I agree with your first two.
Well, it could go either way, right? If you want to put Ronaldo first and Messi second, that's fine with me. All I'm saying is,
I was thinking Mo Salah is number one.
Okay. Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't we put Salah as third? Is that okay with you? Is that okay?
I don't know.
Or Mané. You like Mané, right? I would probably think like it would be like an Mbappe. Like an Mbappe will be probably like third right now. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm too blinded by my own bias that I'm only choosing like my favorite players wuthout having any backing, any research, and looking up how many goals.
Well, let me make you happy. How about this?
How
about we put Neymar as number 3 in the world? Neymar, come on, Neymar, that's your boy. No? Huh?
Sure.
So then Djokovic will be
because we're in the international
Neymar of tennis. At least for the time being.
It took 20 minutes to get to that.
I have to compromise with you, man. I cannot just give you any names. I have to give you either a Brazilian player or a Liverpoolian player in order for you to be okay with my argument.
Are we talking about tennis because we're in a sad state where we're in international break? We're in an international break, so we got no life.
Well, I mean, we can talk about anything.
By the way, that bums me out every season. It does. You get so wrapped up in club. It's like and it's only for like 3 weeks, but I forget every year, every season that like you're like, yes, it's back. You're watching all the games, and you're like hyped up, and you love it. You look forward to every weekend, and then they just pull the rug from you every year.
Oh, we have qualifiers. And we have a Euro or whatever they call it now, championship.
Yeah, it was annoying. Because I like to when on Saturday mornings that's like my routine. Get my saucer in before I start my day. And I had like nothing.
Well, Joao, you should look forward to next week, though. You should look forward to next week. You know who's going to be playing? Man City versus Arsenal.
Ooh,
that should be fun. Arsenal is actually making noise, so that should be fun because who knows, man?
They're stacking up on the Brazilian players too.
So wait, what? My question to you is, Joao, what happened to Liverpool's goalie, the Brazilian dude? Is he injured? I heard he was.
I think he is injured. I gotta do some research.
What's his Alicia or something?
Allison. You son of a bitch. Why are you? What is this? 1955? Why can't a dude have a name Allison?
Sorry.
Whatever.
I
I
should
can come up
I
with
should name my boys like Olivia or something. Hey, relax. Modern times.
It's modern times, all right? You're not. What do you,
Yeah.
Bill Burr? Did you watch Saturday Night Live last night, where Bill Burr did all these, like, he offended basically like every single group of people, and he just
I
got
have not, but I think me
he
and
just
him
got
will
he
get
got
along.
yeah he got beat up on Twitter, just that he's outdated, and he needs to just shut up. It was very offensive, but I
Well,
absolutely love Bill Burr. I think it's great.
well, it sounds like
I was
me and her
disappointed though. I thought
about.
the whole thing with the fly on Pence's head, and I thought that they were going to bring in Jeff Goldblum to play the fly on Mike Pence's head in the Saturday Night Live sketch, and I was all excited about it. And he didn't. I guess he turned it down, or they couldn't get him, or he wasn't available. They had Jim Carrey doing an impression of Jeff Goldblum playing the fly on as the fly on Mike Pence's head. Ah, ah. That would have been like a thing to remember for the rest of the time.
That would have been icing on the cake. That was very interesting though. Like, the flight could have gone in many heads,
Just landed
but
it.
he decided to go in the
We were
biggest piece of
we were one of the Americans who didn't see it. We were watching it, but then we ate dinner, and so we kind of had it on in the other room, so we hear the audio as we ate, and so it happened. It must have been during that time, because I would have been like,
you would have taken video of that and you would have sent it to me.
I would have been
like
the first person.
Everything else you sent here.
Yeah, I would have been the first person who updated.
Well, I don't watch. What they call it, like.
I save it. I don't even delete it. I just in case.
No, I just don't care for it. It's just a lot of talking. Just a lot of talking. Not very a lot of talky. Very little walkie.
The game has changed so much that it makes absolutely no sense to have any of these debates. I think you have your candidate and it's already in the bag. I think about this all the time too. If there's people who are undecided with their choices right now, they got to be absolutely out of their mind. Like, how can you be undecided? You either choose the guy who's not a white supremacist, or choose the guy who is, and then those are the two choices now.
Well, you'll be surprised, buddy.
You got people like
you'll
right
be
in the middle,
surprised how
like,
many you'll be surprised how many people are dumb enough to go the right way or whatever, or the wrong way. But
we promised ourselves we wouldn't get political. This is not going to be a political podcast. Soccer stupid.
So anyways, so João, now that is king of tennis right now. So going back to that subject, and now we're moving forward. What are we going to talk about?
Well, you got the Lakers, right? So what's
my Lakers?
This is my question to you that you totally dodged like a politician.
I'm so sorry. I am so
asked
sorry.
Your question, you went completely different with it.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But I was curious, so if they win tonight, they win the champion.
We are champions of
the Super Bowl of basketball.
Super Bowl of basketball.
The World Series of basketball.
The scary part about it is that our second best player, Anthony Davis, he has. I said it before, actually. I gave you the answer.
Is he related to Gina Davis?
Don't think so, because he's super tall.
Whatever happened to Gina Davis?
She's tall.
I was thinking about her. She was in movies all the time, like A League of Your Own, and I don't know. She was in The Fly. She played Jeff Goldblum's The Fly. But anyway,
the Flies, man. Come on. So anyway, so the Lakers. I have a feeling they're gonna win tonight, and I tell you why, João. Just like Nadal was able to tie the biggest hurdle of his life, Federer. I feel like the Lakers are gonna tie the Celtics as far as like championship goes, because the Celtics have 17, and the Lakers right now they stand at 16. I have a feeling that today is gonna be the day, and we're gonna have my champagne ready.
But you think today's gonna be the day?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
even though
are you gonna be shitting your pants
100%?
if they lose tonight and then the series is tied? Are you gonna be just like the edgiest person on the planet on that final game? Or do you think are you still confident that they got this?
Well, the problem
Even if they lose.
The problem is that, if we were, in full strength, I wouldn't be like, I would have the confidence. but since we're not, is what gives me that little bit of worriness, right?
Yeah,
Davis not being 100%, that
yeah,
worries me
yeah,
because if he plays tonight, he can either re-injure it or make it worse for himself for Game 7. So I
yeah.
feel like the Lakers need to win
Should
tonight
he
in
play
order.
tonight?
That's a good question.
You think they lost? You think they've been losing because he hasn't been playing?
Well, no. So he has been playing,
Oh,
but what's the word? Re-aggravated the injury the last game, and so when you re-aggravate something, it's worse, right? It's like now you're back to zero. So I'm hoping
yeah,
that he got all whatever the staff and people that are looking out for them and doctors and stuff and help them out, but that's still there. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna heal from such an injury within 2 days. Like you
right,
need
right.
you need 2 weeks. So I feel like the Lakers, if they're gonna play him tonight, they gotta make sure that they win because if they drag it to 7 games, that injury is gonna come back and haunt them.
Hmm.
And by the way, I know I've been upset. I don't know if you haven't been watching the games, but
No,
there's a player in the Lakers roster who's
excuse me.
hasn't been doing well. And he had the opportunity to win the game last Friday, yesterday. But
Bilbo was his
he
name. Bilbo.
no, his name is Green. Last name is Green. I
Uh,
can't remember his name right now. But anyhow, sometimes Joao, and you and I know this. Maybe I know this,
yeah,
but we're going through a lot in our lives, personal life, and that can affect our performance at work. And that's something that he brought up. He was like, you know what, I'm going through a lot of emotional issues outside of basketball and in
yeah,
basketball. So
yeah. Huh.
he had
Interesting.
an open shot, Joao. He had an open
Couldn't do it.
shot to win the game. And he was like, look at this. The ball went like sometimes you look at the ball and then it just hit something and you're like, oh man, that could have gone in, right?
Yeah.
He that was like almost an air ball. So
Oh,
so I hope that tonight,
yeah.
I don't know what the situation is, but I hope that if he gets to make up that shot, hopefully
You
he'll
may
be
get
the
it.
hero.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
anyway, so
Wow.
I'm hoping
That's
for
gonna
the
hurt. That's
Lakers.
gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna be like, and a lot of sports are like that, right? So I'm trying to think like in a moment like in soccer where you have that very I guess in a penalty kick that would really be the only time where it's
Right.
like it's up to you, right? So if you miss, dude, what the hell happened? So I can imagine that in basketball it's the same sort of thing where it's just like the game plan is to get the ball to you at a certain time. You got to sink that shot, and you miss. Oof, oof.
Especially
You're
when
staying you're staying wide awake and I just
well,
replaying it in your head over and
what is the
over and over.
that's what happened to my
It's the what
to my,
if. It's the
like
what if. Your whole life is the what
like
if.
not only him but like the fans, dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm again, Joao, as you know, I like basketball, football, and soccer,
What?
and tennis, and all these other sports. So
Women's
I
field
have like
hockey.
different. No, so I have a little bit of text thread with some friends, and so for basketball, I have one. I have
Yeah, test thread for
yeah,
each one.
yeah. I got like
Who's on your tennis test text thread? Who the hell's on there?
my boss, Artin Nazarian. He's a big tennis guy, and then you have
All right,
Mike
all right.
Mike Vercelis.
It's
You know
funny. I
Mike
don't. I
Vercelis,
don't have
right?
a lot of tennis friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody besides you now who
No, and
watches
my even
tennis.
Juan Ramos, my cousin Juan Ramos, he's a big
Juan
tennis guy.
Ramos,
So
the
so so
expatriate,
the ex, yeah,
expatriate Yankee fan.
yeah. Well, so are you, right?
Well, I'm not an expatriate. I still live in this country. That
Oh,
guy left
it
me,
was
went to
illegal.
France.
Oh, just kidding. Anyways, wow, check this out. So
Mm-hmm.
so I have like Maurice. He wasn't actually on the show. You wanna
Yeah,
check
he was
that?
he was a
What
friend. He
episode?
was a friend on the
Yeah.
yeah, I can tell you what episode he was on.
So Maurice, and I got Dwight and I got Leo, who we play basketball together. So we got this like text thread and how that loss has affected our lives. Because we felt like if that shot would have gone in, we would have been champions
Yeah,
Friday.
that's what I'm saying. It's the what if. It's the what if.
Yeah,
You're like,
we would have been, yeah. But but we were all giving him a hard, we were giving Green a hard time because it's like, dude, come on, man, that's your job, bro. Like that's all you have to do is make that one 3-pointer and we're champions. But then after the fact, when I found out that there's emotional, issues going on there. I kind of feel bad for him,
Emotional
and
issues, yeah.
yeah, like sometimes we just like judge people, but we don't know what's behind it, right? We're like, this guy is, why did he do that? Like, you should have, that's your job. You're a professional. But sometimes like things happen in life where there's like a blockage, and you miss, or we're not perfect. So I hope tonight he does better, and I hope tonight he becomes the guy that we need in order for us to win the championship and give us that number 17.
He was on episode 50 of the pod. Episode 50 of the pod. If you
Hi,
want to know
Maurice.
who Maurice is, check out episode 50.
Yeah, dude is cool.
Of the pod. He's a friend
So
of
by the way, Juan,
Juan's
we're
never
doing
been
great,
on the pod.
brother.
We should get Juan on here. He can tell us about what's going on, with Pogba and all the other French players out there. You right?
The problem with Juan is that we're 11 hours. They're actually 11 hours ahead of us.
So what?
So we would have to make it work.
Let's make it work.
You want to make it work? All right. Juan, listen, we want you in the pod.
Hey Siri.
What time is it in France?
What time is it in France right now?
In Paris, France, it's 9:47 p.m.
See, that's not too late. He could be doing a pod with us. It's 12 p.m. here. What is it? Actually, it's 12:47 p.m. on Sunday.
So it'll be like a 9 p.m. Yeah.
Come on,
you know what?
Juan.
Let's make it work, Juan. How about next week?
I'll wear my Yankee cap. We can talk about what happened.
Disgusting. That's the only thing I don't agree with Juan. Pretty much we have the same taste as far as sports goes, but when it comes to like baseball,
it's my American League team. I gotta stick to my roots. I gotta stick to my New York roots. Hey, how you doing over here? Hey, whoa. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, he should get
pizza.
Hey, have some pizza over here. Our pizza is probably still the best pizza in the world. Do you have good pizza in Rancho Cucamonga, wherever the hell you live? Is there a good pizza place in your area?
You know what the best pizza is, and I don't want to give them.
Don't say El Salvador.
Well, I don't think we make pizzas over there.
Papusa pizza.
Pupusa. But I don't want to give like a sponsorship to Costco. But the wife and I.
This was the last podcast ever of Soccer Stupid fans. See you later. I will kill
are you saying
right
that
now.
you don't like? Are you saying that you don't like Costco pizza, Joao? Are you saying that you don't like Costco pizza?
I like the convenience of Costco pizza.
So there's something that you like about it.
It's not horrible. It's not in the same fashion as like McDonald's isn't horrible.
Well, I mean, are you picky about your pizza? Do you like, because we get the combo, like the wife and I, we get the combo, and they put all the stuff in there, like onions, sausage,
that's it. I'm gonna FedEx you some good pizza. Okay, you've been.
You know what? I got a very simple taste, Joao. Just letting you know, the simpler, the better.
Yeah. Your taste buds are not very mature. That's what you're saying. You son of a bitch. God. Our pizza is so good. I'm not even kidding. When I was, and I would say that, growing up, I had the Ray's pizza, the original goddamn Ray's pizza, not original Ray's pizza, but the actual. And you go in there, it has Ray and the boys photographs on the wall. But anyway, that's the best pizza on the planet. When I went back to New York in, I want to say like, 2015 or 16 or something, that Ray's pizza was gone and it became Prince Street Pizza. And I'm like, ugh. But I still went in there and the guy in front of me was like, do you have any gluten-free pizza? And I'm like, that's it. New York is done. It's over. So, I can't even say really anymore if New York pizza is even good because it's not the same place. It's not the same place as it used to be.
So did everything change about that pizza place?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the same place. I mean, it's completely different pizza. You know what I mean? Ugh.
So I guess Costco it is.
I'm getting mad. No, but in LA, there's some great pizza places. You got Reno's and Burbank. Reno's and then Dino's is okay.
So wait.
Reno's is excellent. That's my favorite pizza place.
Reno's. So where in Burbank? Just wondering.
Where's it like? Alpha, what is it? By Riverside.
Buena Vista?
Riverside area.
Okay.
That area.
Well, okay.
I'll send you the address.
Thank you. I'll have some of those Reno's pizza.
God, you're the worst. You're the worst. Costco. I'll kill you.
How
How angry I get about this. I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate.
I know, like if you're like a pizza aficionado or like a wine, I'll destroy you. I'll be like, oh yeah, dude, I just get the Stella Rosa, whatever it's called.
I'm so passionate about it. They're like Joe Biden was like Costco pizza is the best. I'm going Trump.
Trump.
I'm going Trump. That would be the
You'll put us in the brink of destruction.
yeah. All right. Oh man.
Hmm.
Oh man.
So can we talk Sacer or no?
You want to talk about the Brazil game?
Dude, Brazil against Bolivia.
Bolivia. And Bolivia is not tough. You know, I remember they were actually in the Copa America. This had to have been like 2 summers ago now, and I remember them being a little like, you know, I don't think they got out of the group. Maybe they did. I don't remember. I remember them being like really a tough team. A lot of fouls, very aggressive. Right.
Well, the thing about Bolivia is they're up in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? So they're like a Denver kind of a country where like when they play like the high elevation works for them. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's them. So every time, you know, teams from the outside come in, but well, I don't know. First of all, we need to find out where the game was played, Joao. But if it was in Bolivia,
yeah,
that would have been difficult because high elevation equals, you know, you can't breathe. You know, if you're like in the lower part of the world. So you're checking it right now.
It was played. Yeah, it was played in Sao Paulo, Brazil. 5-0. Let's go through it. So, you know, I didn't actually get to watch it because it wasn't really on any streaming platform. It wasn't on any network television. It was on some funky ones. So dude, I didn't get a chance to see it.
Well, before we move on, before we move on, Joao, what's going on over here? What's going on in this world? Like now it seems like there's a new app popping out for like
what is
that? Like for every soccer game you have to like get like you know for the EPL you got to get Peacock, right?
Peacock,
and now,
which I got.
And then you know you got to get for the South American teams which used to be beIN
Sports Zone. Yeah, it was exclusive.
Now it's like freaking like
whatever.
All these apps that you have to
I don't
pay,
even
like,
remember.
You know?
Yeah, I don't even remember what they were called. They were like these two funky things I've never heard about ever.
Right.
Or it'll only be on Fubu, or only be on. Yeah, it's like what happened?
So what's going on over here? Do you guys want soccer to be a big deal in America?
Write a letter to FIFA right now.
We gotta keep it simple.
Here, quick, get a pen and a paper. Dear FIFA, I hate you. I hate you
with all my heart.
I don't want to just read the scoreline.
Get it together, my brother.
Starts out with a goal in the 16th minute. Maracueros. And then our boy, Firmino.
Is it Firmino or Firmino?
It's Firmino.
Oh.
I always throw it for whatever reason because I'm so used to having H's in the Brazilian last name.
I think you ruined the name for me, dude. Like I think it's a Firmino guy.
But he's Firmino. 2-0. Firmino again. 3-0. I hope he applies these accurate goal kicks for Liverpool this season. Because he scores 2 goals. That's 3 in the first half. Moving on, Carrasco, own goal for Bolivia. Those poor saps, 4-0, and of course the little magician in the 73rd minute, Coutinho, 5-0, Brazil. I would have loved to have seen that game because I love watching that guy score, Firmino score, all those guys.
Oh yeah, when they're like on a streaking of scoring goals,
they click when they click. They click. It's always fun to watch.
But then they always click when they play the not so good teams.
That's everybody though. That's everybody.
Yeah, that's everybody. That's when you display your talent.
Except for Manchester City, how great you are. Manchester City, when they play the scrappy teams, they fall apart. Whatever.
Yeah, Manchester City is not doing well, man.
Too much pressure.
Quite disappointed.
Too much pressure.
So, but there was another game, Joao. It was not just Brazil. You know that, right?
Wait, there's more.
You got to keep tabs on the other teams, man. Well, Colombia played Venezuela.
But did James Rodriguez play?
He did, but it was not him scoring. Actually, it was a 3-0 game against Venezuela. You know, Venezuela has. Yeah. We're not going to go into details, but they're going through rough times as a country.
Yeah.
So I'm sure soccer is not their priority right now, but they were looking good a couple of years back. Like I remember maybe 3 years back, they were, you know, they used to call them the vino tinto, which is the red wine. They were looking good, but after
Mm.
that whole fiasco with the president and all that junk, I'm sure it has affected the soccer national team. But for this one, it was a 3-0 Colombia, and Zapata scored in the 16th minute, and you had Muriel scored twice
Zapata.
after that. You
Yeah.
know, he scored in the 40, in the 26, and the 45. You know, Colombia is one of the top teams in Brazil. So I mean, in Brazil, I'm sorry, South
South
America,
America, yeah.
South America. So
Might as well call it Brazil.
you know, yeah, Brazil actually owns most of South America, dude. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. Hey, you skipped your team, Argentina versus Ecuador, 1-0, and your buddy scored in the
So
penalty
this one
kick.
was actually earlier, right?
Yeah,
An earlier day.
that was Thursday's
Yeah.
game on the 8th, playing on no network. Those bastards. Those were the good games. You had Argentina versus Ecuador. You had Uruguay versus Chile. You know, and we couldn't even watch them. You know?
That's the thing.
Usually we can watch them.
Like that's the problem. Like, if you want to make this, make it easy for the fans or the people that are eventually are going to become fans. Make it easy access to watch
Yeah.
the big names. Like, you know, you have like the
Thank
Messis, you
you.
have the Suarez in Uruguay. You
It should
have,
be
you
on
know,
NBC.
it should be NBC or like whatever,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
anyway, so so it looks like, you know, South America qualifiers. It's weird because some of the games were postponed.
Yeah.
Also for like, did you see that my country got postponed, Joao? Like, you know, did you see that El
Because
Salvador?
everybody's got COVID. Every single one. Every single player. Every single coach.
I guess they don't trust them enough to be like in a field.
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
it's
Not
like no,
playing
no, no,
those
no, no,
guys.
no,
Not playing
no,
those
no. You
guys.
qualify. You qualify.
And then you had Uruguay.
Let's hope that by the time we play the World Cup, you'll be all right.
Right, exactly. And Uruguay beats Chile 2-1, and our boy Suarezito scores in the same fashion, the penalty right in the early game, just like Messi. You know, it's like they both did the same thing at the same time.
So how do you feel about Suarez beating Atletico Madrid nowadays, Joao?
How do I feel of him being in Atletico Madrid?
Playing for Atletico
I think it's
Madrid
great.
now.
Yeah, I mean,
For
I can't
who?
wait
For him or for the team?
for me. Silence.
You selfish bastard. Why?
It's exciting because he's an exciting player.
Right.
He's incredibly competitive. You know, and he's a great striker. And goals are great. And again, you have, you know, Costa if he ever plays. They don't, you know, Costa maybe doesn't play every single game, but you know, just have him, Costa, João Felix.
Dude, he struggles. Yeah. He's been struggling that, by the way. That's why they got Suarez to go in there to help him.
Or
a little bit
I
of
think it might
confidence.
be also one of. I mean, they do this a lot too, right? And I was concerned about Mbappe when they were calling him like the next Pele, and you know they get very excited about these young players who have like a big talent, but then they put all this pressure on them to be, you know, so when they don't, you know, do the magic, you know, all the time, it's like then you start going, well, is he that great, really? I don't know. So I think, you know, maybe he's living that pressure a little bit. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, plus he's not playing with he's playing with, you know, Atletico, so who knows? Like if you were to go to a better, but the thing is, like that's again, right? Yeah. Like Coutinho, right? Coutinho, we were like,
yeah.
I was so excited when Barcelona, you know, bought him. I was like, dude, we're gonna be good for a while.
Yeah.
And again, sometimes, you know, that talent doesn't translate in a different team. Yeah, and so, but now Coutinho is back, so we should see how he does this year. But yeah, about you know, Joao. He looked good. He's looked good, but again, they were just talking about how he has not produced the way he did at the beginning of the you know, his career in Atletico. So but it should be interesting because, you know,
I think so. I think it will be interesting.
Well, because, you know, you need veterans, right? You need like a experienced player who's been around, you know, and Suarez is that guy. So, you know, if they get along, he can, you know, benefit, you know, playing with Suarez. And the same thing what happened, you know, we're talking about, you know, Cavani and Neymar. Do you remember that? Because, you know, now Cavani, he's supposed to be playing for Manchester United. And so I read an article, or actually my kid read the article for me because I can't read, Joe. I cannot read. My 2.5-year-old.
Sit down, Papa.
My 2.5-year-old read me this article where Cavani he actually went. He actually said, remember that drama that happened between them two when there was a penalty kick, and then
Yes.
Neymar wanted to take it, but Cavani was the one that's supposed to take it for the team.
That was like very
So-
early on. That was like when Neymar showed up.
Yeah, he was like a newbie in PSG. So the thing about Cavani, he's like, you know what? Sometimes as players we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? But we do come together when we're playing as a team. We come together and become one team. But that doesn't mean. But that doesn't mean that outside the field we're friends. And he's like, I accept that. And I think that was the thing about Neymar. We have both our competitives, and we both want to take certain shots for whenever. But sometimes we don't agree on. But eventually, we will do what's best for the team. And so that's pretty much his explanation. And I felt like that was very sincere and
that's nice.
I think it was a good one.
I'm trying to look up on this new app, but it's not loading right now. It's having some loading problems. I want to see. I wanted to look at the games that are coming up for English Premier Football.
Well, before we move on to English Premier, let it load up. See, that's my problem that I'm having with that app too. Like it's not loading up. But anyway, so talking about the UEFA Nations League, Joao.
Ooh,
that's like a new thing, right? Like I don't know. Like I never heard of the UEFA Nations League. Rob actually brought it up. Remember, Rob? We talked to Rob
from the 90 Plus Extra Time podcast.
Yeah, we talked about it a few months ago, and I was like, "What is that? Is that like the does that equal the the Euro Cup or whatever they call it?"
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's happening right now, Joao, and it's been busy. You and I were lucky enough that they actually are showing those games on TV for us, right? ESPN, ESPN2, whatever.
Yeah, that's been great. Yeah.
Absolutely. So my team, one of my teams, right? I have two, right? Or three. I have three teams, right, Joao? Did you know that?
Which are your teams? Give me all your teams. Give them to me.
Okay, so Argentina will be number 1.
Okay.
Spain is number 2.
España.
And Uruguay will be number 3.
Ooh. Hold on. Well, there you go. It used to be Brazil. You used to have Brazil up there. In fact, I know you own a jersey. I know you own a Brazil jersey. You should wear it.
I did not know any better. One day. You ruined it. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're moving forward now.
Okay.
No, but
those are definitely up there for me too. I mean, I would, obviously Brazil would be number 1, but I always tune into the Spain's. I would say England would be number 2 for me. And then obviously U.S.
Argentina.
But, obviously U.S. doesn't do a lot. There's a lot of magic there right now. No, not Argentina. I don't really tune into Argentina. I wait to hear from you, unless they're playing like somebody, a team that I care about. I would say maybe
Belgium. I think you like. There's something about Belgium.
Belgium's
you like
great.
Lukaku. You like Lukaku.
Well, it's funny. We were talking about that today when England.
The hair.
When England and the hair.
What? That's what I'm about. I'm trying to get to, Joao. I'm trying to get to what's going on.
In Belgium play, it's like the entire EPL league, right?
Yeah, pretty much
on one pitch.
Well, that's the reason why I brought this whole thing up, because
it looks like an all-star game of the
right? Right. And they're all in the Belgium side.
Yeah, right.
Except
pretty much.
They lost today. But anyway, so talking about this league, Nation League, Spain played the Swiss, the Switzerland yesterday, and they actually won this game. It was a 1-0 game, and it happened rather early in the 14th minute. Oyarzabal scored the only one goal for both teams.
Name right there. Yeah.
And actually, Oyarzabal is kind of difficult to pronounce, but I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So Spain took that game, and so do you want to talk about what happened today, Joel? As far as like the nations, blah, blah, blah,
is it you talking about England and Belgium?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say first, I couldn't get my ESPN Plus logged in. So, and also I didn't even think.
I feel like it's my fault, but
but I've been so disappointed about how games weren't even available to watch that I didn't even know there were games available to watch today. So I didn't even look at the app. So you hit me up with a text saying, "Hey, England's now. It's on now. Jump in, mate. Come on." And then I spent most of that time trying to log in. And so I got the last 7 minutes. But by that point, it was 2-1. England Lukaku scored for Belgium, which I didn't get to see. I got to watch the highlights on this.
PK.
PK, okay, and I'm a big Lukaku fan since the Everton days, and I was sad to see him go. And actually, that's a good example too of somebody not like a great player not translating well for another team. Like when he went to Manchester United, and Man U was going through a tough, I would say a tough patch, between the leadership. Mourinho left. I don't think Mourinho and him got along very well. Solskjaer came in early, and then he went to Milan, right? Inter
Milan, yes.
Yeah. Is Sanchez still over there? What's Sanchez doing these days?
Well, I haven't heard otherwise, so I'm thinking that he's probably still there.
So I think Lukaku's doing great over there, but so he scores his penalty, 1-0. Then who the hell scored? God, hold on.
Rashford.
Was it Rashford?
There was another PK. There was another PK for England.
Yeah.
And that was like, dude, I was watching that play, and it was just the dumbest thing. Like, it was, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was a corner kick, and like it was like an obvious pull. Like that dude is trying to like look away, like he's not doing it. So he's doing this thing where like he's like and drops a guy down. I mean, come on, bro. I think on Henderson. I think it's a Henderson, right?
Yeah.
So he, of course,
the greatest.
He went for it. Like he got touched, and he's like, "Oh man, this is it."
Yeah.
So, of course, I mean,
you learned it by watching Mo Salah. Anytime Mo Salah is on the in the goal line, he does this thing where he just does this
flops.
Dramatic flop every time. It's wonderful.
So he, I mean, it was a foul. So I'm not gonna take it away from Anderson, but he made it more dramatic than he should have. Mm-hmm. And so they got the penalty, and then Rashford, dude, he did that one hesitation penalty kick, but it worked for him because he went completely the opposite way from the goalie. So that gave that made the game 2-1-1. I'm sorry, 1-1. So then after that, go ahead, Joao. You're the one talking about.
No, I don't. I told you I missed the game. Who?
Well, my app
isn't working. Who got?
I mean,
goal. Who got the second English goal?
So then at the end, what was that?
Was it Harry Kane?
No, dude, it was
Harry Kane. Oh, that's
Mount
right. Mason
scored in the
Mount.
65th minute, and that's how England ended up taking the game.
That's right. That I knew because they were talking about it at the end of the game. Yeah, I usually don't miss an English game, but goddamn, get your login straight, Joel. Get your login straight. Jeez, I had to subscribe.
Again. I'm sorry because we share credentials, and somehow I don't know, man. I think I don't know. Like I haven't changed anything, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm back in it, and it's funny because I always end up subscribing when there are no games for 3 months. And then I'll cancel it because then I don't watch it, and then something will happen, and then I'll get it again. But yeah, I mean, good stuff, and it's I'm me. I'm a league game guy, and I just want my Premier League back. I need it back.
We'll be back, Joao.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not complete when I don't have my league.
Well, talking about a fun game going on right now, Joao.
Tell us.
Portugal is playing France as we
Portugal.
speak.
Yeah, and I will look it up, and my app isn't working.
And it's 0-0 right now. It's a 0-0 score. So,
where is it in the game?
They're in the 60th.
Second half. It started at 11:45.
Yeah, second half, 66 minute.
Is Ronaldo playing?
I'm sure. So what's going to happen is that when we're done with the show, I'm going to do my best to go over there and watch the game, Joao, because I can hear my kids. They just woke up from their naps.
Oh,
what happens when they wake up from their naps?
You're dead.
Yes, pretty much. They take over.
They put you in a chokehold. Yeah.
It's three. Joao, it's 3 versus 1. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Not just.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah,
I know how it is. I know how it is. Don't worry, you get a little bit of that back when they're older. It was then they start doing their own thing, So right now it's all mom and dad all the time, and then as they get older, they start being their own personalities and their own lives. They start.
Sounds like a sad story. Because I still want to be part of that life. Yeah. Not as much as it is now.
But, you gotta try harder.
But it is what it is, brother.
Eat dinner, eat meals every day together. and then have family, and then have game nights, and then have movie nights, right? And we're still watching Lost, so we have like a Lost evening every night. You know, we're almost done, dude. We're in
Dude,
the final season. Watch.
I've I stumbled, and I'm still like, I think I'm episode 4.
Whoa, you're actually watching it?
No, I am watching it,
I
dude. Like,
assume
I
you were not
am.
even trying.
No, I am. No, actually, it's gotten interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in the part where where am I? When the Asian guy starts beating up on the black guy because he thinks there's something going on with him and
Jin.
and his
Yeah.
wife.
Jin
And
and
then
Michael. Jin and Michael.
right, and then you see like what happened. The story, right,
Yeah,
where he was
yeah.
like a waiter or something, or you know what I mean. He was not a
Oh yeah, he's a fisherman. He's the son of a fisherman, but he's
right, but
he's
he's
very
like
rich.
he's waiting at a party, and
Yeah, yeah.
they meet
That's
there.
what they made. Yeah,
So that's where I'm at, Joel.
show's fantastic. Those characters change so much. It's gonna your brain is gonna go.
Okay,
I
okay.
actually got my mom hooked. She's like, I just watched like 5 episodes in a row. Hey, look at
Hi,
that little guy. Hi, how are you?
are you my son?
There's no way. Yeah, he's blonde.
Yeah, are you my son? I don't think you're my son,
No,
baby.
there's
I
two
think
Russians.
you're
Two
the wrong
Russians in
with
the
the wrong
family.
with the wrong kid, with the wrong father. Here, go with my
Actually, I see it though. You guys got the same. You got the same angry eyebrows. I'm kidding. But yeah, actually, it's interesting though because he's like blonde, right? I have a friend whose mom is orange hair, and the dad is Asian,
Uh-huh.
and both kids came out completely Asian, and there's like no trace.
It's like you got erased.
Yeah, she's erased. She's erased. And same thing in my case. Like I'm a little darker. Both kids. My daughter's got a little bit more, olive complexion, and when it's like in the summer, like she'll like kind of darken a little bit. But both kids are basically like, white. White. Everything that's dark and Brazilian was taken out.
Well, that's the thing about these kids. They're like
Yeah.
dark,
Yeah.
skinny, but they got blonde hair.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, man. He's
Yeah.
he's gonna be a what do you call it? Instagram influencer right there. He's gonna be olive complected with a blonde hair, and all the ladies are gonna be like, "Oh my god!" He's gonna make you billions, dude.
Well, I hope it doesn't get HIV or anything like that. So. Just keep the snake. What's the name of the movie? Like
that's everybody. That's every parent's dream or like nightmare. We just hope. Let's just hope our children don't get HIV.
Well, these kids are like. I'm actually trying to.
You're at the end of your mystery drink there. I can tell.
No, actually, look, I haven't actually drank much.
Mm-hmm.
Chiquito. Ven acá. Di hola.
Say
Hola.
Say something.
Hola. Mira acá.
Say something that
hola.
takes the podcast out. Say hi.
Bye bye. Adios.
Say adios.
Adios.
Say bye bye.
Adios. Adios. All right, bro. Can
you say bye bye in Russian? Are they speaking Russian? Like, does your wife speak any Russian? Though?
Well, right now it's a mix of things. Right now they're not speaking like all his answers are pretty much English right now because that's what we provide for the most part. Like as far as like TV goes, I do my best to speak to him in Spanish, and there's a couple of like actually like Disney Plus. It's all in Spanish. It's all so everything we watch there is all Spanish. And
even Mickey Mouse is in Spanish.
It's all Spanish.
Ah.
Yeah, man. So also for pretty much. So also for like the George. So also like Curious George, we have it in Spanish, but
yeah,
like Blippi is like the biggest thing here. I don't know if you ever heard of him. We talked about him before.
I think we did talk about him before.
So he's there's no dub for his shows yet, so it's all like bombarded with like English and like all these like educational stuff. So we're trying. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
But I like when now myself with them, it's all Spanish.
Yeah,
80% of the time. With the wife, it's like Russian.
Yeah.
So they answer. Sometimes they'll answer or they'll say things in Spanish or Russian,
Interesting.
and so it's weird right now because again, he doesn't know. There's no category for him. There's no filters. So everything is like, oh, whatever comes to his head, he'll throw it out like agua, which means water. He will say it, and then he'll say like for like in Russian, he'll say like what do you say like na, which means here.
Yeah.
So
they'll be good.
there's
They'll be prepared when Russia takes over the world. They'll be prepared. They'll be ready. They'll be like, I'm in.
Who knows? He might be the reason why Russia will take over. So
he might be the reason. Oh, that's pretty funny.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh,
so anyways, Joao,
right. Yeah,
we gotta finish it because I gotta be a father.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say, go be a dad, brother. All right.
You know how it is.
You know how it is. See ya. I'll see you in episode 66. Wow, man. Wow.
Six.
Crazy. 66. See you, brother.
You've done it. All right, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Go Dodgers.
Go Lakers.
How do I end this thing?